1. Cy-Hawk rivalry, not Iowa's biggest. Top 100 college football rivalries ranked. 2. Top 100 college football rivalries, the ultimate showdown. 3. Wisconsin Badgers' fiercest rivalries, Iowa, Minnesota, and more. 4. Nebraska's top 3 rivalry games ranked in college football's top 100. 5. The ultimate college football rivalry, Ohio State vs. Michigan. 1. Cy-Hawk rivalry, not Iowa's biggest. Top 100 college football rivalries ranked. When it comes to college football's fiercest showdowns, Iowa's battles are making waves, but not everyone will agree with where they stand. The Athletic recently unveiled its definitive ranking of the 100 greatest college football rivalries of all time, sparking heated debates across the nation. Here's the twist: while Iowa and Iowa State fans proudly treat their annual Cy-Hawk clash as the state's crown jewel, the matchup landed shockingly low at number 32, far behind other Iowa rivalries. But here's where it gets controversial. Could this ranking be overlooking decades of white-hot passion in a state with no professional sports teams to rival its college football fervor? The Athletic's deep dive evaluated rivalries using 11 make-or-break factors, from historic ranked team showdowns and geographic tension to modern-day relevance and genuine fanbase animosity. Iowa programs dominated the list with 6 entries, including 5 Hawkeye face-offs and 2 Cyclone battles. The Cy-Hawk series, Iowa vs. Iowa State, earned special recognition as the state Super Bowl, with journalist Scott Docterman noting its unique cultural impact. Up to 30,000 extra fans swarm the host stadium just for pre-game tailgating, a testament to how this game electrifies Iowa's sports landscape all year long. Yet despite this intensity, the rivalry's ranking suffered due to a 43-year hiatus, 1934 to 1977, and relatively few ranked versus ranked matchups. Here's the kicker: Iowa's rivalry with Wisconsin, number 22, outranked the Cy-Hawk game, credited to their 9 top-tier clashes as dual-ranked teams and 7 combined Big Ten West titles. Meanwhile, Iowa State's underrated Farmageddon rivalry with Kansas State, number 63, made waves for evolving from a race to avoid last place to a marquee Big 12 showdown. The Cyclones' recent dominance, including a program-defining 2024 victory that sealed their first 10-win season, adds fresh fuel to this agricultural feud. But here's the real stunner: Iowa shares 3rd place with football titans Alabama and Michigan for most top 100 rivalries. Only Notre Dame, LSU, and Georgia appear more frequently, a fact that's sure to ruffle some feathers in SEC and Big Ten circles. As the 72nd Cy-Hawk game approaches, September 7th at Iowa State's Jack Trice Stadium, broadcast on Fox, one burning question remains: does this ranking undervalue the raw emotion of in-state warfare, or is the Athletic right to prioritize national stakes over local pride? Sound off below. Do you think historic gaps and fewer ranked matchups truly diminish the Cy-Hawk significance, or is this rivalry being unfairly penalized for Iowa's lack of pro-sports alternatives? And for the ultimate debate, should Wisconsin versus Iowa really outrank a rivalry that splits households across an entire state? The comments are yours. 2. Top 100 college football rivalries, the ultimate showdown. College football rivalries are a testament to the passion and intensity of the sport. These rivalries bring out the best and worst in teams and fans alike. Step into any bustling office in Birmingham, Salt Lake City, or Des Moines the Monday after a big game, and you'll see the impact these rivalries have. Half the employees will be beaming with pride, while the other half will be dejected and evasive. These rivalries bring families, friends, and colleagues together before the game, but the outcome instantly divides them. In communities across the country, emotions run high during rivalry games. But how do we differentiate and rank these rivalries? That's the challenge I took on when ranking the top 100 college football rivalries. I delved into the layers of reputation and examined each rivalry's unique attributes, comparing them with objective measurements and insights from my colleagues at The Athletic. While some choices may be controversial, this list provides a snapshot of the diverse and passionate world of college football rivalries. So, let's dive into the list and explore some of the most intense and historic rivalries in college football. Which rivalry do you think deserves the top spot? And which one might be missing from this list? Let's spark a debate and celebrate the rich tradition of college football rivalries. 3. Wisconsin Badgers' fiercest rivalries, Iowa, Minnesota, and more. Imagine the electric atmosphere of a college football stadium, where two arch-rivals clash in a battle that's been brewing for over a century. For the Wisconsin Badgers, this is a reality they face every year, as they participate in some of the most iconic rivalries in the sport. According to The Athletic's Scott Docterman, the Badgers' annual matchups against Iowa and Minnesota are among the greatest in college football, with the latter being the oldest and most played rivalry in the sport. But here's where it gets interesting. While these rivalries are steeped in history and tradition, they don't quite measure up to some of the other legendary matchups in the country. The Badgers' rivalry with Iowa, which began in 1894, is ranked number 22 by Docterman, with the Hawkeyes having won the last three meetings, including a dominating 42-10 victory in their last encounter. The Badgers lead the all-time series 49-47-2, but Iowa's recent success has given them the upper hand. The two teams are set to meet again in Madison on October 11th, in what will be the 99th meeting between the two programs. And this is the part most people miss. The Badgers' rivalry with Minnesota is even more historic, with the two teams having met 134 times since 1890. The series is tied at 63-63-8, making it the most played and oldest rivalry in college football. Minnesota has won 3 of the last 4 meetings, including a 24-7 triumph at Camp Randall Stadium that ended the Badgers' season last year. But what makes these rivalries so special? Is it the history, the tradition, or the sheer intensity of the matchups? Docterman's rankings have sparked some debate, with some arguing that the Badgers' rivalries don't quite measure up to others in the country. For example, the Florida State rivalry is ranked number 9, while the Ohio State-Penn State rivalry comes in at number 8. The top 5 rivalries, according to Docterman, are Miami-Florida State, Nebraska-Oklahoma, USC-Notre Dame, Army-Navy, and Oklahoma-Texas, with the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry taking the top spot. But here's the question: do you agree with Docterman's rankings? Do the Badgers' rivalries deserve more recognition, or are they rightfully ranked where they are? Let us know in the comments. And if you're a Badgers fan, be sure to follow us on social media for ongoing coverage of Wisconsin Badgers news, notes, and opinion. Contact us at The Badgers Wire on X, formerly Twitter, and like our page on Facebook to stay up to date on all things Badgers. 4. Nebraska's top 3 rivalry games ranked in college football's top 100. *** College football's most intense rivalries, why Nebraska claims 3 spots in the top 100 ***. A recent ranking by The Athletic has ignited debate among college football fans, and Nebraska fans have plenty to celebrate. The publication meticulously evaluated 150 rivalries, ultimately selecting 100 as the most compelling in the nation. And impressively, 3 of Nebraska's historic clashes against Oklahoma, Colorado, and Iowa earned a place on that prestigious list, landing at numbers 6, 33, and 44 respectively. While the rivalry with Missouri was considered, it unfortunately didn't make the final cut. Let's dive into each of these matchups, exploring their history, memorable moments, and the factors that contribute to their enduring appeal. We'll also touch on why some of these rivalries are fading, and what that means for the future of college football. *** Nebraska vs. Oklahoma, a legacy diminished by conference shifts ***. The series between the Sooners and the Huskers currently stands at 47-38-3 in Oklahoma's favor. Their first meeting dates back to November 23, 1912, but sadly, the most recent contest occurred on September 17, 2022, with Oklahoma securing a decisive 49-14 victory at Nebraska's Memorial Stadium. But here's where it gets controversial. The biggest challenge facing this once dominant rivalry isn't a decline in the quality of play, the passion of the fan bases, or the intensity of the competition. It's simply a lack of games. Since the 2010 Big 8 championship, these two powerhouses have only faced off twice. The primary culprit? Conference realignment. Nebraska's move to the Big Ten in 2011 and Oklahoma's subsequent jump to the Southeastern Conference in 2024 have drastically reduced opportunities for these historic programs to collide. It's a frustrating reality for fans, so much history, yet so few chances to witness it unfold on the field. From 1962 to 1995, Oklahoma and Nebraska completely dominated the Big Eight, collectively winning 32 conference titles. Only Colorado, in 1989 and 1990, managed to break their stranglehold on the championship during that period. A standout moment in this rivalry came in 1959 when Neb. 5. The ultimate college football rivalry, Ohio State vs. Michigan. Imagine the intensity, the passion, the sheer magnitude of a rivalry that transcends the boundaries of sport. That's Ohio State vs. Michigan, a clash that, according to Josh Pate, is more crucial for Ryan Day to win than even securing a national title. Welcome to the Skull Session, where we dive deep into the heart of this epic rivalry. You might have heard of Marvelous Marv, but have you met Muscle Marv? Marv Harrison Jr. has been hitting the gym hard, and the results are impressive. But let's get back to the main event, the greatest rivalry in all of sport. This week, the Athletic's Scott Docterman ranked the top 100 college football rivalries, and Ohio State vs. Michigan took the top spot. This rivalry outshines even the likes of Alabama vs. Auburn, Oklahoma vs. Texas, Army vs. Navy, and USC vs. Notre Dame. The game, as it's affectionately known, is a spectacle that brings families, friends, and colleagues together before kickoff, only to divide them instantly with the final whistle. Docterman used 11 principles to rank these rivalries: data, prominence, relevance, trajectory, frequency, proximity, competitiveness, moments, intensity, longevity, and history. He called the game an easy number one because it ticks all the boxes and has a rich history of meaningful games. Tyvis Powell, speaking to The Athletic, echoed this sentiment. He believes the rivalry will remain significant as long as the Buckeyes and Wolverines continue to face off each fall. The only way it could get diminished is if they don't play anymore, Powell said. If one team left the Big Ten, that's the only way this wouldn't be the best rivalry in sports. As long as they continue to play this game, there's nothing that will be better. But here's where it gets controversial. Josh Pate, on his college football show, addressed the pressure on Ryan Day. He believes that while winning a national championship is a significant achievement, beating Michigan is the ultimate test for the Ohio State head coach. If you're the head coach at Ohio State, your job is to beat Michigan, and then the Big Ten can be won and then the national title can be won in that order, Pate said. But beating Michigan is number one, and he hasn't done it in several years now. So, if you're asking me if there's pressure on him, absolutely, there's pressure on him. Pate's perspective is clear: rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and beating Michigan is the most important role for any Ohio State head coach. He even compared it to the NFL, where losing to a rival like the Jets wouldn't matter if you're winning Super Bowls. But in college football, the stakes are different. In college football, there are different compartments. They don't even have to touch each other, they don't have to overlap, but you can win a national title and still fail in your most important role as a head coach somewhere, if that somewhere is a place like Ohio State, Pate explained. I can appreciate Pate's take, but if I had to choose between the two, I would take the national title every single time. That in no way changes my opinion that the game is the greatest rivalry in all of sports. I just think that national titles go a lot further, and are remembered for a lot longer, than wins over the Wolverines, especially from a national perspective. And this is the part most people miss. The intensity of this rivalry is not just about the coaches and the players, it's about the fans too. Jeremiah Smith, an Ohio State star, vowed to beat Michigan for the rest of his college football career. I didn't want to go to Ohio State and lose to that team up north. I just hate them. Just something about them, he said. For the next 2 years, I promise you, I will not lose to them. I can't lose to them for the next 2 years. Then, over the weekend, Michigan commit Dorian Barney made a similar claim. I will not lose to Ohio State while I'm there, the 2026 cornerback said. I have one question and one wish. Question: who is Dorian Barney? Wish: that Smith has one rep, just one rep, please, against Barney during the game in 2026. I guarantee Smith would either put Barney on skates or a poster, whichever he prefers. Time and time again, Urban Meyer has said he has no interest in coaching college football following his tenure at Ohio State. In case you were wondering, Meyer has no interest in being a GM either. I don't know if I even told Rob Stone and Mark Ingram this, but I had a school come see me this year and ask if I wanted to be the GM, Meyer said on the Triple Option podcast. And a couple other phone calls. And you start to think, okay, they actually came to see me, so I said, yeah, I'll meet and I'll sit down with you guys. I said, okay, what is the job description? They said, well, basically you meet with all the agents of the 17, 18-year-olds. And here comes the classic Meyer response, I thought, I'd rather step on a rusty nail and pull it out myself. Hilarious. Song of the day, Who Are You or The Who? Cut to the chase, GMs tell their best trade stories. I had to go in the basement of the bar where all the liquor is being stored. Baseball's best home run hitter is a guy nicknamed Big Dumper. Underwater turbine spinning for 6 years off Scotland's coast is a breakthrough for tidal energy. Are Africanized killer bees closing in on your state? See how they've spread. So, what do you think? Is beating Michigan more important than winning a national title? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, whether you're a Buckeye or a Wolverine, this rivalry is what makes college football so special. It's not just a game, it's a tradition, a legacy, and a battle that will continue to captivate fans for generations to come.